2004, with construction costing an estimated $150 million. The track itself is made from tarmac flown in from Shropshire, in the heart of England. Bahrain proudly became the first country in the Middle East to host the Formula One Grand Prix in 2004, with the United Arab Emirates following suit in 2009.
Welcome back to, I don't remember which round, 7 of EOR Division 2. After this round I think it's only 3 rounds to go. I'm assuming it's a 10 race calendar, not a 9 race calendar, because that'd be weird, but more or less 2 or 3 races to go after this one. 16 drivers only, a bit disappointing. I don't know what's going on with some teams. And I don't know why you sign up if you can't deliver, but hey, I'll shut up. EXT Lewis on a lap, the only guy on a lap at the moment. Interesting tactic, he turns off the ERS into turn 1 slightly, or is he even using? I don't know, man, to be honest. This one's gone. Now we've got more guys on laps. Lap data is what we need. We don't need the ERS shit thing. Dranak F1. I don't know who that is. I don't know who the Alpine team is. It's the VSC team. I don't know what it stands for, but I think they've been here all season. If not, welcome. Got Thom with the purple double helmet, who is about to finish their lap first, and Lewis, purple sector, obviously, since it's the first driver to complete that sector in the Alfa Romeo car. About to cross the line and starts off with a 29.1. I don't think that's good, I might be wrong, but I don't think that's good. We'll see now. I mean, his teammate sets an almost identical lap time. Dranak with a 0.3. Maybe it was a good lap time, I don't know. We'll see, I guess, now. We got Mikiller 28.6 straight away. And Bithom with a 28.8. It's very close in the standings. It's NLR, CPI, and then followed by IRT, I believe, unless they got jumped by that team who got 1-2 last week. LRN Thomas up into P1 at the moment by 2 thousandths of a second, ladies and gentlemen, 2 thousandths of a second. Olav, his teammate, though, a bit off the pace, but Jarno is on the pace, man, because he's on pole position at the moment, provisional. What about Aston Martin of Klosik? I think he's new to that team. I think he is, and he is in P8, whilst his teammate put the car in P5. It's gotta be interesting, this one. A lot to play for, man. Smalleyballs up into P5, gonna look to recover from what was a DNF from last week, I believe. I think he was the one racing in DNF for IRT. So they had a pretty poor race last week. But hopefully they could, or not hopefully for them they can bounce back. NLR Rudy in first. So NLR boys looking strong once again. I mean, in Monza they secured a 1-2 in qualifying, but you know how that ended. So a long way to go, not only in qualifying, but it's 29 laps in the race as well. We gotta remember. We got an Alpha Tauri of Olav. I think he's going for a new run. I think, I might be wrong, but I don't know. We'll see. If he's not going for it. It's not going. He's going into the pits. That's what he's doing. Is anyone on a lap here then? I think that's the first one's done for everyone. Bahrain, I haven't seen a league race in Bahrain in a while. I haven't raced Bahrain in a while either. But I rate the track. I rate it. Good track, in my opinion. You know, I don't know if it's me, but why is the top 5, if you just look at the top 5, why is it so satisfying looking at it? I don't know why it is. If it's like because it's like symmetrical in one kind of way, if that makes any sense. With NLR, LRN, and CPI. No, I love clarification. So I love when people actually have their team abbreviation in front of their name or gamer tag. Makes it way easier for people commentating, people watching. It just makes it look more professional as well. Maybe I'm just a weirdo. Maybe people don't agree with me, but that's what I think. And maybe that's why the top 5 looks so satisfying in that pecking order. But I'm just waffling, to be honest. And now Betham just ruined everything I said because he's up into P3 now with a 0.5. So an improvement for him. I think it's around the 3/10 improvement. Good job from him. It looks like, I think Naru didn't race last week. It was Uli Olaf, right? But it looks like it's going to be the same front runners again as it was in Monza, more or less. But yet again, there's like 10 minutes left in qualifying, more or less, I think. So that could change. That could change. But yeah, Merck looking strong so far. Most guys on out laps. This guy just started his lap, Lewis. Let's see what he's doing in the first sector. Is he up on his time or not? He is up by 0.3 of a second, you know. That's around a P6-7 at the moment, but then you got 2 sectors remaining, where he most likely will gain more time, so getting a bit screwed on the rear end there. What team was the McLaren team again, man? I can't remember what their name was. ESRL, maybe? Or EOR, I don't know. Kenny set his first lap on meds, so he's gonna try to improve here as well. What about Lewis then? He's only 2/10 now, so he's lost a couple of hundreds of a second in the second sector. He goes up to P6 though. Good job from him. Mikkeller's down on his time as well, so not ideal for him. What about Thomas? Whoa, 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 whoa. What the hell, man? Jarno is slightly improving, but not enough. Rudy is, I don't even know what's going on with the Delta. I think he's improving. It looks like he's pushing. It's the bump there a bit. Or I don't even know there was a bump there. Now Mikkeller's up on his time, and it's around the ballpark of pole at the moment, you know. Question is if he can nail these final couple of corners. It looked good. Is it pole? Wait, no. Yeah, it is. Never mind. It is pole by around 1/10 of a second. So it's a 1-4 for CPI and a 2-3 for NLR. It's gonna be proper. It's gonna be a proper battle here now. The championship rivals securing the top 4 at the moment. So it's gonna be war. What's up, Resify? Man, I don't know, man. I've done a fucking comm sessions just recently, and now I'm doing comms again for some weird ass reason. I don't know. I'm doing good, man. Got a lot of work going on, so I don't really have too much time racing. Need to find a couple of events going maybe on during the weekends sometimes, but I work weekends as well, so I don't have too much time, you know. Unfortunately, but I'll catch up with you in a bit for sure, in Chrome Racing or whatever. Your boy's not doing too bad either, man. It's mine against yours, by the looks of it. But yeah, people gonna have time for one more run, more or less. Should have a couple of guys on laps here. Jordan looks like he's pushing. Three-tenths up, you know. 3/10 is quite a lot. He could be aiming to break into the top 5 here, even, to be honest. Yeah, at the moment it's looking like a top 5, 6 finish somewhere over there. Depends on how much he gained / lost in the final corner. Up into P7. Not too shabby. We got a Haas crossing the line of Kenny, but he's not crossing any line because he's into the pit, so he's crossing the pit line, if that's even a word. I don't know. We've got Nathan here, I don't know what the hell he's doing. We've got Marijin Melema. These Dutch names, man, they're fucking impossible to pronounce, to be honest. I don't know how you do it. Car number 46, the Valentino. What the hell, bro? What the hell, man? I think this is the wrong sport, man. You're not... I don't even know what sport that could be, to be honest. Is there any sport where you bounce on bounce pads? Do tricks, maybe? Because it suits more for that one. We got Nathan. Feels like I've been watching this guy go around in circles for like 10 laps straight now. Is he gonna go for another one? Nah, he's into the pits. He's had enough. He has had enough. He needs a cooldown. We got... Wait, what? This can't be right. 3/10 improvement. Oh no, that's on his previous lap. So he's now going for his... What could be the final run? What will be the final run? Is he up on his time? He is up by half a tenth at the moment. So he's gonna try to get that front row lockout for CPI. But I think the NLR boys will want to have a say about that as well. He's backed off. He's backed off. He has backed off because I don't know why. It looked like he had a poor exit from that deep corner. I don't know what it's called. I think he's gonna go for a final run, probably. We've got Rudy up by a lot, you know. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Bottle it, bottle it. People need to start getting out of the pits now if they want to run a final run-in, because it's only 2 minutes left on the clock. And Rudy seems to be looking on a provisional pole position here, because that first sector was mighty. Over a tenth up in the first sector. What can he do in the second sector is the question. Almost 2 tenths up now. 18 hundredths of a second up. I think you say that. I think it's that's the way to say it. It's looking like it's gonna be a pole position for now by Rudy. That's very rude of him to spoil the party, and it's a 0.1. Great job from him. Now let's see what Betham can do on his run again here. He's gonna be on a bit weird set of tires, which is a problem. Wait, what? He just found a 10th and a half, mate. Maybe I'm just waffling. Maybe I have no clue what's going on here. He seems to be flying. He's gonna have cars in the way though. Yeah, so that's not ideal. But first sector looking almighty, you know. Thomas, I don't know. It doesn't look like he's improving, but I think he's gonna go for another run. Yeah, Jarno just started the lap here. Oh, Betham lost some time there. He's getting a slipstream though from his teammates slightly. Question is if he's gonna get enough time here to maybe at least jump up to third, maybe. He lost some time though, which isn't ideal for him, but up into third, better than nothing. But I think he lost some time there in that second sector. Is he gonna try to repay his teammate a favor here and give him a slipstream here, going up into turn 3? Or is he gonna maybe do it a bit later on? It's not that. Yeah, the slipstream wasn't that great. Jarno is not improving on his lap time at the moment, so he needs to find some time here in the final sectors. Mick Killer is improving though. And he could be looking at the pole position. He needs to find like half a tenth or so still on his lap, but Jarno, it's not looking good, bruv. Unless you have a fucking miracle into that final corner, it's looking like he's gonna have to settle for P4 at the moment. But we'll see now. We'll see now. P3, so he's up into third again. Rick is up by slightly over a tenth. This is gonna be close. All on the final corner here. Final corner is what matters. Can he do it? Does he have the coldness within to do it? I don't know. We will see. Oh, it's pole position by a couple of thousandths, man. Come on. And Thom gets dropped to 6 because we have some late improvements by Lewis and Thomas here as well. But it's pole position for CPI, followed by the 2 NLR drivers. That was a good qualifying, entertaining qualifying, to be fair, you know. I am also eating whilst commentating, so if I'm mostly gonna follow the leaders and see what's going on there, but yeah, my what is it called, man? Cameraman abilities will not be that impressive, let's say. Bro, I don't even know how to explain what I'm eating, man. It's like a Swedish kind of food thing. It's not meatballs, but it's like Bro, what is it called, man? Fuck knows, man, to be honest. It tastes good, though. It tastes good. At the moment, I'm just hungry. I could probably eat shit, to be honest, but... Nah, man. Our meatballs, they're different, man. Your meatballs, they can't compare, man. Come to Sweden, try them out, you'll see. Or probably in IKEA you have them as well, but... I don't know if it's the same recipe, you know? I wonder if it's a commercial apple. Or not. I guess we'll see. Time will tell. Or that the lights will tell. The 5 red lights. Crusty pie inhaler CPI. I'm not gonna lie, that English is way too complex for me, my friend. You gotta remember, I don't live in your country. You use baby language, so I understand, man. I know what inhaler means. I know what CPI means. I know what every single word means, but I don't know how they go into the same sentence, if that makes any sense. Resify, do you know, by the way, how many rounds remain? Because I haven't got a clue. I don't know if it's 2 or 3, but I know it's getting close. And I know it's like a 3-point difference between the teams, so... Yeah, man. I don't know how crusty pie and inhalers comes into the same sentence. And an esports team as well. I don't know how those 3 things belong into the same sentence. But mushroom might make sense. I inhale my food, yeah, kinda. When I'm hungry, maybe. Why are we still waiting for players, man? How long do you need? Oh, not much longer. And we're going. Oh shit, fuck. What's going on? Oh no. 3 tracks remaining. Okay, good. Does the drivers get enough? Oh, we have someone on the inside there as well. It's slight contact there. I wonder what the tires are like. Hard tires for literally a whole field apart from Dranak. So safety cars won't come into play too much because more or less everyone are on the same strat. What the fuck? It's glitched. What happened to my driver? Bro, I literally just looked at my plate for 1 second, man. Ah, shit. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. You saw that's Sweden for you, man. Nothing to see here. Bro, this is not good for CPI in the championship. A spin straight away, man. He needs a good recovery drive. Bro, I didn't even see the spin, man. I was looking at my plate, eating my food. I look up and I thought it was a glitch in the system, man. I thought the delta was glitched or something. Then I look at the map, it's all the way in the back. Unbelievable. But Mikkeler, he's my goat, man. He's a killer, man. He's a killer from Netherlands. You know why? Because I don't even know why. I don't even know where I was going with that, to be honest. But I know he's a goat, so he's gonna come back. Mark my words. Mark my words. But Rudy, being a bit rude here, I'm going with the same joke twice, I don't even care. Pulling out of the DRS from his teammate. Maybe not that ideal, because his teammate's going to be under pressure now, but maybe he wants to secure that first position. Mainly, I guess. Ooh! There is chaos unfolding. Whoa, someone went on a journey. This guy went to explore places for sure. But yeah, Jordan up to P7. And it's a big gap forming between from the top 6 and onwards, you know. Yeah, this is gonna get interesting. This is gonna get very interesting. Nah, man, he didn't even come to Sweden, man. This guy went to Africa or something, man. Bumpy is saying, NLR already have this. No chance, mate. I'm telling you, no chance. Do you know who Mick Killer is, man? My goat. But yeah, NLR looking strong at the moment. That's for sure. But you never know what happens. You never know what happens. Okay, I need to start switching some camera angles here, man. Stop eating my food. But now the NLR boys are actually pulling out of the DRS as well from the guy behind. So now it's a dangerous game. Or not even a dangerous game, it's a good thing for them, obviously. Because now they're not driving under pressure, they can take it easy. Recify giving me some geographics lessons mid-race. Good to know that. I'll remember next time. I mean, it's a long race to go. Looks like Beetham is going for a double one. It's similar to what Hamilton done a couple of years back. I think he even made a triple overtake, Hamilton did, but this is a double overtake. And it's made it work. And now, my friends, you got the devil behind you. You know, his former PSN was Tasmanian Devil 79. Do you know why? He's haunting people, man. Time to haunt them mercs in front of him. Bumpy is trying to piss me off in comments, I think. That 1-2 will not remain for long. I hope. Ooh. I mean, he's losing a lot of time when I say that, to be fair. I'm out of pasta, that's not great either. Out of pasta and out of talent on the 2023 game. That's what I have. Or am. Mikkeler's making moves apparently. You know what? Beetham is almost in. He's almost in. The devil is coming for you. Recify, if you're in party with your guys, tell them to get the move on, man, because the devil is coming. This guy went not even to Africa, this guy went to fucking India or something, man. Look, the devil is coming. And he's coming with purple sectors as well. Mick up back into P11, you know. Good recovery so far. I think he's driving with anger, maybe. Good anger. You know, there's two different types of anger. There's anger where you don't have control, and then there's controlled anger, and that's the most dangerous a racing driver can be, mark my words. Controlled anger, you're unstoppable. But yeah, Thomas has dropped out, and now it's a 2v1 here. 2v1 for the NLR boys. But like I said, long way to go. I think Tyrrell will be everyone's problem, to be honest. But we'll see. We will see. Can someone update me, by the way, how the Division 1 race went? I don't even know the standings, I can't be asked, but I still want to know who's doing good, who's not. See, the problem here for the NLR drivers is when you come to the pit window, that's the problem when you have a 1-2. That's you can have two problems when having a 1-2. You can have three problems when having a 1-2. It is number one, safety car double stack. Number two, just pit windows in general. You can't box both drivers on the same lap. Number three, the driver behind you is forcing your drivers or the 1-2 pairing into going side by side because he's using ERS. Mubarak P1, Grimbos P2, Matteo P3. A lot of mixed teams there in the top 5 by the looks of it. I think it's 5 different teams in the 5 positions. I might be wrong, but yeah, Mikkeler's recovered up to P10. Not too bad, to be fair. But it's looking really good for NLR now. And if they manage to get the 1-2 here, it's not going to be easy for the CPI team or IRT team to manage to to get the win in the championship, man. Yes, Mushroom, but that is not legal. And we have a virtual safety car. Is anyone going to go for it? Dranak should go for it. Dranak, what are you doing, fam? What are you doing, fam? Box. You box. It's a virtual safety car. You're on mediums. You box. It was perfect timing for him as well, but he'd come out like by the end of maybe. No, never mind. That's too big of a far stretch. He'd come out a couple of seconds behind the final, the last guy, but still, be great for him. Hodge would make it. From what I've understood, Bithom is ex-NLR. What I've understood it like. I have no idea, and I don't care, as long as it's CPI in his name right now. But apparently he was NLR before. Apparently he didn't race too much and stuff like that, so I don't know really why they parted ways, apparently because he didn't race too much. But he's racing and going right now, that's for sure. I'll make sure to fucking wake him up since he's in America, so I gotta spam him every morning for him or whatever, but it's working. Still, the VSC is still going on, you know, this is a long virtual safety car. I'm just gonna go and leave my plate in the kitchen, grab something to drink, and I'll be right back with you. I am back. We are back. It looks like everyone has catched up to the NLR boys. And my suspicions are because they are managing ERS here. They want a lot of ERS. That's my suspicious. What the fuck do you say? I don't even know. But that's what I suspect anyways. Question is if the guys behind them managed to save some ERS or not. Or if they've used too much to catch up. But now it's looking like they're not going for a move yet. Question is Bethom gonna start to force them to fight now? Because that's what I love to do. Suspicion. That sounds like a fucking alien. What I love to do is to get the two guys in front of me, to force them to fight each other because I'm being a dickhead spamming my ERS, you know? That's what I like to do. Let the Bethom maybe have some other approach. I don't know. But what I know is that Jarno looking quick at the moment, man. It's all over, Rudy. Rick or Mikkiller is up into P9 now, so he's making a good recovery drive, that's for sure. And his next target is the Ferrari driver. If you haven't subscribed to me, by the way, please do. I want 100 subs. I know 100 subs is nothing, but it means a lot to me. Oh, Mikkiller is up into... That's a weird place to overtake it, by the way. But he's up into P8. And he is flying at the moment. If he wins this, I'm just gonna say that I called it. That's all I have to say. I called it if he wins this, but there's no chance he will win this. Thank you, Tator. Tator. Why am I thinking of tattoos when I read your name? I don't know, but... Oh, some swaps here between the NLR boys. Or is there? I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe it was... I don't know what it was, to be honest. Maybe they're starting to get a bit under pressure here. I mean, it's only lap 10 and Mikkiller is only more or less like 5 seconds behind the lead. Maybe 6 seconds behind the lead, let's say. Not impossible. Not impossible. There are some penalties. Lewis got a pen so far and also Duranak. IRT only have one driver up there, which isn't ideal for them. If they want to have a final say in this championship battle. Because I think if they get a poor result today and then the LAR get a 1-2, I think they are more or less counted out of the championship. A championship win at least. But then again, a third place would be amazing for them as well to get in the championship. So, but never say never. Might be a safety car or something like that. Mushroom subscribed 2 years ago. This is my goat, by the way, everyone in chat. Mushroom. Loyal supporter. Shit quality streams. Still watches every race back. Now it looks like Bethom is going for it. Gets a bit squeezed and now someone is coming back at him instead. It's getting... Oh, this is getting close. But yeah, it looked like Bethom was going for a move there. I think he needs to solidify that inside even more. To almost be ahead, you know, before going into that inside. Because otherwise he's just gonna get squeezed into the apex like he got on this try. If that makes any sense. But he's gotta be careful with the ERS as well, because you don't want to go full out ERS and then end up not making the move, you know. Then you've wasted all your ERS. The guys in front of you most likely have a lot more ERS and you're making life even more harder for yourself. Ooh, someone's off, someone's off, someone's off. Smalley Bolts is off. Oh no. Do you get the pole position point here or not, by the way? In EOR. Can't remember, man. Can't remember. $96, nice. Thank you. Ooh, Big Killer's up into P6. I'm telling you, man, he's hungry. He's a killer. He's coming for them all. He's coming for them all. I'm gonna tell you one thing about this guy, by the way. He's crazy, man. Like, he is almost obsessed. In a good way. Like, he's a bit of a genius, I would say, almost. The times I've been in the party with this guy. So he's got all the potential in the world. I should not even hype him up this much, because I don't want anyone to steal him, but there is something about this guy. He's got this extra thing that not a lot of guys do have. I can't tell what it is, but it's something. Oh, Jarno is flashing. He's out of ERS. He is out of ERS. So now we're gonna have a problem here for the Mercedes drivers. They need to coordinate how they're gonna do this. Bethom needs to coordinate his apex, because now he's just... This was his chance, and now instead he's gonna be under a lot of trouble. He's got the DRS though, so he's still in it somehow, but that was close. I think we're getting to a point where the pits windows are starting to unfold. Sick move by Lewis. I didn't even see the move, to be honest. I think that was ironic by Bompy, by the way, because I think Lewis is the one who spawns molly bolts out. I might be wrong. Will anyone go softs? I mean, it's a possible strat. I think you gotta go to lap 20 or so to even make the softs. Not last, but to make them work fine. You know, honestly... Mikkel is going for a P5 here as well. He's technically P5, but on track he's going for a P5. Then, if he gets like an undercut or something, he might be back in it, you know. But Bethom is struggling, man. It seems like he's struggling to get out of the... or to stay within the DRS. Unless it's just harvesting. But Jarno is out of ERS here. That's what we can say here from the lights at the back of the cars here. That Jarno is out of the ERS. And clearly Bethom and Thomas knows about this. But Bethom needs to make sure that he's still within the gap here, because if he's not within the DRS here by the next DRS zone, he will have an issue. And if I was him, I would start looking at maybe even boxing here, to be honest, because he seems to fall off on pace here. I would actually really start looking at maybe boxing. Because now he's going to be under pressure from Thomas as well here. So I would start looking at boxing and try to maybe get a good undercut, split the two NLR drivers up, maybe make some... give them some problems, you know, because now it's outside the DRS, nothing he can do. He needs to do something to at least get back into the DRS, you know, and then he can take it from there. But I think he's got a box here. Surely he's boxing. He is boxing. I read people's minds, that's what I do. And this is the first move on the chessboard from the CPI driver. The question is now, the problem now for NLR... Oh, did I see a mistake here? Oh, one of the NLR drivers made a big mistake here. This is crucial for Thom as well, who's boxed and made the undercut. This is very important here. The problem here for the NLR drivers this is also another problem, like I said, with the pit windows here. When the driver behind the 1-2 here makes the undercut, then one of the 1-2 drivers or one of the, in this case, NLR drivers, is forced to go 2 laps longer than the guy making the undercut, which makes it more or less inevitable that he will lose the position to that driver. So that's the thing with making an early undercut against the 1-2 opposition as well, like to make sure that you undercut them both, like you get at least 1 lap on one and 2 laps on the other. Question is, who are you going to bring in first? Personally, I would bring in Rudy first, because Jarno gets a free straight with DRS, but then again, you would like to have, I don't know. Jarno seems to be struggling here as well, man. This is gonna get interesting. And Bethom is in clean air, you know. He did make a move on Nathan though, but this is gonna get really interesting. Who's boxing first then? Is Rudy coming into the pits to cover him off? Rudy's coming in. Jarno has to stay out. Thomas is coming in, so that means that might as well Rudy. That means that Jarno might as well get undercut by Thomas here as well. Mikkeler is also in the pits. This is gonna get spicy. And where will Bethom come out in terms of track position? It's looking, will he even take first place? I don't think he will. It's gonna be close. Is he getting it? He got it! He got it! So Bethom is in P1 at the moment. Interesting. And I think that Jarno could be in some trouble here, because he might even lose position to Thomas, possibly. And Rudy's actually out of the DRS from Bethom, although Bethom, I don't think he had too much DRS, but at the same time, it's looking like it's working. It's looking like it's working. The thing is, now we're gonna have traffic here. There will be some traffic here. Is Bethom gonna be able to make the move already? These TGT drivers are in some way making it difficult here for the drivers behind here. And the question is Bethom gonna go for a move? Even if I think I would wait if I was Bethom just to get the DRS, but then again he's so much quicker. Look at this. Are they going side by side still? What are they doing, man? This is not good for Bethom, because Rudy will have the DRS now as well. Bethom got nothing, and he got screwed over thanks to the AlphaTauri driver. So Rudy's gonna come back at him, I reckon. But it's not really enough though. Look how far Jarno comes back out. Jarno is far back out. He's 1.7, 1.8 behind. Mikkeler's up into 5th now. But it looks like Lewis is gonna go for a move back on him. Or is he gonna wait it out? I don't know. Hey, that's contact, man! Knobhead. Oh, I'm sorry. But he seemed to concede position anyway, so it's fine. But, this is gonna be interesting, for sure. One thing I know now is that NLR's 1-2 is not as safe as it maybe have looked before the pit windows, because Jarno needs to find 2.5 seconds to get into 3rd. Then he needs to overtake 3rd, and then he needs to overtake 1st or 2nd or whatever he will be. But he needs to overtake 2 cars and find 2.5 seconds to first reach them. So the 1-2 is not as clear and obvious as it might have been before. Looks like Rudy's going for a move here. Is Thomas actually also going for a move on that? Who got the DRS here? Was it Bethom or was it Rudy? These guys know each other well as well, you know. No one of them got the DRS, I don't think. They were side by side, so no one of them got it. It's close racing here, but these guys know each other, you know. Close racing, close racing. And Thomas is just benefiting. Jarno is benefiting like crazy from this, you know. Jarno's almost got the gap down because of the fighting. And look, Rick or Mikkeler is not too far behind, you know. But this is getting hectic, man, and I really hope we won't have an incident, but it's looking like... I don't know, man. I don't know. There's still 9 laps to go as well. More, it's 11 laps to go. My math is completely wrong. Honestly, if I was Beaton, I'd let Rudy go. The pressure is not worth it. Better to stay behind, salvage some ERS. But the problem is, that's the problem. The key factor is Thomas. He can't let him go, because if he lets him go, he lets Thomas go most likely as well. That's the problem here. And that's what might happen here. I don't think that's happening. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. And that's a wing for Thomas gone. And I don't think Beaton was at fault there. I mean, I might be biased, but it looked like Thomas kind of outbroke himself, or tried to go for a move too late or something. I guess we'll see in reports if that's getting reported, but Thomas is kind of screwed now. And I wonder if maybe even Beaton has rear wing damage now. Interesting. But guess who's... Like, this is great for Lewis and Mikkeler. They'll be catching. But Beaton is out of the DRS. That's not great for him. Beaton has lost out on the DRS here. Could he catch up? Again is the question. He's gonna use here to try to get in, that's for sure, but I think Rudy knows that, and Rudy is using as well. Thomas is boxing, probably changing his wing. And Mikkeler is back up into P4 after a lot of buts and ifs. But then again, he's out of ERS here. But yeah, the gap seems to be separating a bit now, so it's not going to be so much racing for the win here by the looks of it. Unless something happens, a safety car or whatever. But yeah, Mikkeler is under big pressure here from Lewis. And even Smarterboss is catching back up now as well, so... But yeah, as I said before, the top 2 teams somehow find themselves in the top positions once again, so... But Jarno is edging even closer, but he's almost out of DRS though. I think he got it. I think he might have got it. Thing is now, what do you do if you're Beaton? It looks like the win is gone. Do you try and somehow back him up into Mikkeler and try to get the double podium, or what do you do here? That's the question. I think that's what they need to do here. I think that, but what Beaton needs to do is he needs to try and go as much side by side as possible with Jarno for Mikkeler to catch up. And I think meanwhile Mikkeler has to do nothing, not touch his ERS. And by the time he catches up, he could have a go. We have a move here, possibly within Olaf. I feel for Thomas though. I don't know if he was at fault or if it's just like an incident or if Bithom is at fault, but I feel for the guy because up until then he drove a great race. He could have was looking like he was going to be on the podium, you know. But yeah, look, Jarno is all over the guy now. And Jarno has 2 laps fresher tires as well, which is crucial for him as well, I think. That's probably what's the pace difference here as well. But yeah, and the LAR boy is showing no mercy at the moment. He is out of ERS though, by the looks of it, Jarno is. Imagine a safety car now though. That would have really changed things. That would have made it probably, if everyone would box, a 1, 2, or Rude in first, Bithom in second, Jarno in third, Rick or Mikkeler in fourth. That would have spiced a lot of things up. But look at this, Mikkeler is gaining a lot of time on his teammate here. He is flying at the moment. But there's, I don't know if he has enough time to catch up to maybe get a P2 here, but he is flying at the moment. And the fact is that he's only like 4 seconds behind. It's crazy, considering he spun and he was at the back of the field in lap 1. We got a fight here. These two are not best friends either, I think, because they had a collision early on. A very separated field now, though. Everyone are separated. It's more like it's Molly Bolts and Lewis that are close to each other on track. Everyone else are more than a tenth between each other. Maybe Bithom is still in there, but I mean he's just gonna drop off with tires, I reckon. Like he's got 2 lap older tires, and people would say 2 laps is not that much. Ooh, yellow flags. 2 laps is not that much, but 2 laps around Bahrain on medium tires is much. Trust me, it is much. So he's gonna struggle here. But luckily for him, the DRS is strong as well, so... Rick has dropped the guys behind. Oh no, they have catched up actually, I think. I think Rick made a mistake, maybe. Charge my phone, 1 second. But Jarno is gaining on his teammate though. So could we have a battle towards the end? I don't know. Ooh, some moves. Thomas up into P11. Five laps to go. Interesting. I'm very interested if anything could happen here. I think the gaps will remain more or less the same, and I think the only like it may be gonna be a fight for P4 here between Big Killer and Smalley Balls, but I think the other positions are gonna stay the same more or less. See, this top 4 is satisfying once again, like I was talking about in qualifying. With the abbreviations, the logos and everything. I don't know, man, I'm a weird guy, but... Looks like Dranak is maybe coming back at Thomas. Nah, not really. Didn't have too much to come back with. But here then, Olav is also fighting with glow stick. But yeah, no, not really too many movements here, to be honest. Unless there's like a penalty, a time penalty somewhere here, I don't see position changes. Maybe, as I said, for P4, that's about it, really. Like within the top 10. Then everything else seems to be quite dead at the moment, you know. Can't lie. Githam is all around that DRS gap all the time, but it's just not enough. Like, he's struggling to just keep up with it. The thing is, Jorno is catching Rudy. That's the thing here. Not by a lot, but by a couple of tenths, a tenth or two here or there. Glow stick time penalty, not ideal for him. Beatstam still around that gap all the time, same gap all the time. And he's trying to just survive at the moment. I don't even think he's planning a move, he's just trying to stay within the gap. It's too hard, like it's with the tire difference and everything. And I think Jarno got some good pace as well, so it's not gonna be easy. I think the fight for second is more of like a survival battle, like both of them are out of ERS, they're just giving it their all, you know. And the fight for P4 is more of like a strategical battle with the ERS, where you try to save up ERS and maybe go for it on the final lap or something. That's how it looks like at the moment, at least. Might be wrong. That's why I think there could be more movements around the P4 position compared to the P2 position, but interesting. Could maybe Beatham have something in the bag here, but he's losing time in these technical corners, that's the thing, but he's getting closer, so maybe it's not completely over, maybe I'm wrong a lot of times. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Maybe Beatham has saved some pace in the locker here. Or maybe Jarno made a mistake. I don't know. But it's not completely over. Second to final lap here. Oh, Beaton might be even going for it. This is good. You know, I was wrong. This is gonna get spicy. The 1-2 is not secured for NLR here. And it's getting closer for that final P4 spot as well. We have had the collision as well between Olav and Glowstick. It's too late for a safety car though, and no DNF either. But this is gonna get interesting. It's gonna get spicy here, and I don't know which battle to follow, if I'm being completely honest. But yeah, this race got a bit interesting now towards the end. Some fights within the top 5. Will Beaton be close enough is the question. I mean, he was close. He was really close on that other lap. Jarno is still flashing as well. Beaton is not. And this is like a game of poker, man. They don't want to reveal how much ERS they got. Mikkeler might have 100% in the bank. He might have 11%, just not showing his red light. Interesting now. Smalley Balls is close though. He's really close. And I think Smalley Balls might get him. But I think Beaton also might get Jarno here, because Beaton is closer than ever. And the thing is, Beaton has the ERS. Does he have the tires though? He has the ERS, that's the thing. But Jarno has the DRS. This is gonna get tight. This is gonna get really tight. Gotta be careful here, boys. Looks like Beaton has him. It's close, but it looks like he got him at the moment. What are you doing, Rick? No. He got a pen. It's looking like a P5 for Mikkeler, but it's also looking like a P2 for Beaton at the moment. Unless Jarno somehow sends it on the inside here, which would be crazy. I think he might do. No, it's not. Could Beaton clutch this up or not is the question then. Because Jarno is close, he's really close. The question is if he's close enough. This is hectic battling. And there's gonna be a slipstream as well on the... Ooh, this is gonna be close, you know. This is gonna be really close. Oh, this is gonna be really close. I think he got it though. Ooh, contact! Contact! And that's how it is. That's it done. Good race. It got very interesting towards the end, you know. Mikkeler got that 5-second pen at the end as well. But I think Smalley Balls got him on track anyway, so it doesn't matter too much. I don't know if there was any contact there between them two, because I didn't really follow their battle. I was more looking at the P2 battle. But overall, good race. Very good race from NLR boys, getting a double podium. CPI P2, P5 damage limitation for Mikkeler, who spun in the first lap. Still very close in this championship, but I think NLR outscores CPI by around, what could it be, 5 points, and then you have Jarno outscoring Mikkeler. They outscored us by around 10 points, more or less. So it's still all to play for in the last 3 or 2 rounds or whatever. But this is obviously pre-reports. There might be a report or two incoming, and then things might change for everyone. But yeah, overall good race, provided some good racing. Rudy in P1 with Beathom in P2, managing to find some pace towards the end there of the race. Jarno finishing on the final podium spot, so we get to share that podium with his teammate Rudy. And then you have Smalley Balls, who made also a good recovery together with Mikkeler. Both of them made a good recovery after their respective spins. Jordan went a bit under the radar, but getting a respectable P6. Lewis, after some pens and stuff, I don't know if he's going to get reported by some other balls as well, but he's in P7, and he also got that 5-second gap in case he gets the 5-second pen for that incident. Margin, good race from him in P8, and Kenny in P9, also good recovery considering he was at the back for a long time in the race. And Thomas with the final top 10 spot, or whatever you'd like to call it, also unlucky, had a good race and could maybe even have been on the podium, but he gets fastest lap on a P10. Well, thank you for watching. I don't know if I'll commentate again or not, but yeah, it's getting spicy in Division 2 for sure. See you till next